Islam family, peace and blessings. Quote, this is your Brother Man Morris Life with the show today. Lies Exposed Part 2. This is going to be a very brief demonstration. And I need all ears who have the ears to hear and the eyes to see of how all this is going to play out. First, all rise, giving perfect praises to Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to Brother Marcus Garvey, the John the Baptist return. Prophet Noble Drew Ali is our prophet of all over the world. The Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius return. Born January 1886 in North Carolina, to redeem his people from their sinful and fallen state of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his Father God Allah. Divine instruction from the Holy Prophet, chapter 25, a holy covenant of the Asiatic nation. Ye are the children of one Father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother hath given you suck. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy Father's house. And when ye separate in the world, remember the relation that bindeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. When thy brothers in adversity assist them, when thy sisters in trouble forsake her not, so shall the fortunes of thy Father contribute to support of his whole race, and his care continue to you all in your love to each other. Start off with more Shemaiah prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet. Shirali, Ameen. Islam family, Islam, Islam, Islam. Praise Allah to all those who have a desire to know the truth about yourself, to know about the lies that's being exposed for decades and over 300, 200 something years, 300 something years, 1786. We all have to be mindful of the information that we receive from media, television, telling your third eye what to think, how to think, and everything that is being propagated to teach you how to hate yourself, how to go consume things that are not, have no use. You go purchase, consume, because that's what it's all about, consuming. You're trying to catch up with the rich folks. You're trying to catch up with the Satan worshipers. You're trying to catch up and live a lavish lifestyle like people in Hollywood. That's not the life you really want to go, and that's definitely not the avenue you want to go. But I'm definitely here to expose part 2 of Lies Exposed. That's what we do. This is what I do. This is what your brother man Morris Life do on this Sunday. Happy Sunday. Honors to all people who are Moorish American. Honors to all those who are becoming into the Moorish Science of America. To learn how to love instead of hate, because we have been indoctrinated with falsehood all this time to learn how to hate instead of love. What I have to tell y'all today is that the falsehood that's being indoctrinated amongst our people have a lot of propaganda going on. We're going to first start off with home here in the United States of America. The United States of America has nothing to do with the calamities of other nations. First, we have two different empires that existed in the Second Continental Congress after the First Continental Congress was being formed. The Declaration of Independence has nothing to do with America's Constitution. That's what they lie and tell you, but it's not true. This is what the Rothschild and Rockefellers want you to do and want you to think. Because if anybody remembered on the last show um, that we all have to understand that through different venues of different varieties of movies, I put them together to play for you all. And definitely one was Bullworth with Warren Beatty, who is somewhat of a modern day Donald Trump to a certain degree. And we have partial movies from Higher Learning, from Boys in the Hood, and I forgot what the other movie was. I was about to do Baby Boy, but no. But the most important thing is the clips that I have shown on the last portion is understanding who controls the media. One who controls the same person who controls the media is the same ones who control the economic system, the ones who control the school system. I am not for the European powers that be, because the European powers that be are all in it together. The Masons, the Jewish community of the Synagogues of Satan, and the Eastern Stars. These are the main ones who are controlling Hollywood today, that promoting all this pedophilia, promoting all this hatred, all this stuff about so-called black people. But the only movie that is totally relevant to us is A Moorish Way of Life, that you see with Kevin Costner and the Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I see the chat is kind of live right now, but I need y'all to really take heed to what is really truly going on. For all those who are with the democracy, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. For all those who are part of the republic, you definitely know what you're getting yourself into. But with all this falsehood and indoctrination that people are receiving through the media or certain medias and outlets, you got to be very mindful of what information you receive, because they're not going to tell you the full story. They're not going to tell you who's doing what behind the scenes, because the Rothschild and Rockefellers are basically the ones who are the ones who are pulling the strings for all of the slave-minded people. Who is he is the modern day, or the group of the Rothschild Rockefeller families are the Geppettos. They're the slaveholders to the Pinocchios, who are the so-called Negro, blacks, and coloreds, the so-called Chicano, Latino, Hispanic, the so-called Puerto Rican, the so-called people from Guam and Costa Rica, and all these names that allude to slavery. So if all these names were patent, since they are patent, I stand corrected. They are patent, and they already trademark. So you go check a box with whatever the slaveholder gives you, but he also gives you another option. He's the one who put funding towards the Jewish community. He's the one who put the funding towards this so-called LGBTQ demonstration. Because basically all he wants to do is look at the so-called ghettos, or the ghettos that have low all this redlining going on, and all these low functioning school education system is all being functioned by the Europeans. You can never sit here and tell me that a private school of a specific religion is uplifting, because they're not teaching you what you need to know about yourself. They're giving you lessons, but they're not unfolding. But if man unfolds, his God unfolds. But what he can serve two masters all he wants. He can say he's for the people, by the people, but he debunks the Constitution. The Constitution is not being feel free to the 14th Amendment citizens. It's not being protecting the 14th Amendment citizens, so-called Negro, blacks, and coloreds. No, it's not. It's all a hypocrisy that the people fail to understand where their place is in America, or United States Corporation, because the simple fact that the United States of America is not a corporation. It's a nation. We can see the 50 stars and stripes, red, white, and blue, but The nation's capital just happened to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is not Washington, D.C., because Washington, D.C. is not really considered a state because it's a 10-mile radius between Maryland and Virginia. Nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Why do they keep lying? They're bamboozling you. They're indoctrinating you with so much falsehood to the point that you are quick to worship this blonde hair, blue eye, whoever it may be, up in this religious order, and thinking that he is your savior, but he is not your savior. But in the book of Job, it says the wicked who runs the earth, who controls the earth, cover up the faces of the judges thereof. So I don't want to sit here and try to go all in on the people who are naysayers. Forget what the thoughtless say. Forget what the naysayers say, because you know what? You will perish for a lack of knowledge. And not only you will perish for a lack of knowledge, but the book of Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 and 2 says, I have told Abraham, who is Asiatic, who is a Muslim, who is not Christian, who is not a Jew, he's a Muslim. Whoever will bless you, I will bless them. Whoever will curse you, I will curse him. And if anybody who thinks otherwise, that the oldest flag is a flag of Denmark, there's something wrong with you. If you think that the oldest flag is the flag of Israel, which came out in 1945, then there's something wrong with you. If you think that you're going to call a pale-skinned person white, then there's something wrong with you. Have you ever met anybody who's white as a piece of paper? Have you met anybody who's black as a crayon? And they shoot. The so-called Negro blacks and colors get me with this one. Oh, you're and they look at Kid from Kid and Play talking about, oh, he's light-skinned black. Well, can you identify that with a crayon? No, you cannot. Now, let me tell you this. When you look up the word white in the dictionary, when they was putting it in the movie Malcolm X, white, free of blemish, innocent, very square, that does not fit the description of the European. That fits the description of the so-called Negro, blacks, and colors and islanders who have hospitality, who will offer assistance, will feed the people because it's in their heart to do that. That's there in the culture. While the Europeans are fighting amongst each other before the Crusades, and wherever they seek, they must find. They don't even like their own people. They don't. Do you know the Germans do not like the Scottish, and the Scottish don't like the British. The British don't like the Irish, and so on and so on and so on. They don't get along with each other, but they had to get along with each other when they came over here on that slave boat that came from Europe. And they granted them the title white because the simple fact that there was no color TV at the time or type of photos, so everything was black and white. So this is why they say, oh, well, the people who are brown skinned, we're going to call them black because they're like nothing to us. They're peasants to us, and they're lazy. They're not going to do nothing anyways. And we're going to call ourselves white because we're better than, and we went over to Africa and civilized Africa. So let me ask you this question, or civilize America and go over and create this democracy elsewhere and turn China into communism through manipulation and through financial structure, through manipulation and contract, through marriage, through the Lee family, from the Rothschild Rockefellers. The list just goes on and on and on. But I'm asking you people to think. Your white privilege is not going to save you in this country, yo. I don't care what you call yourself. You can say white power all you want. It don't mean nothing. You don't really mean that because that's what represents your state of mind. It doesn't represent your state of thinking because that's what you refuse to be. Because you want to be so quick to be compulsive, practice impulsive behavior, narcissism, and 90% of the so-called white people in this country are narcissists. And guess who follows along? The so-called black people. They follow along too with the whole caveman demonstration. You go knock her out over with a club and drag her by the hair and take her home and take advantage of her. That's where the European state of mind came from. Our women during those ancient times, we treated them royalty. They would walk right next to us. We would treat them and offer them food. We would have them We will have walked right through the desert with a turban on our head and our face veiled over. You know what I'm saying? Through the wind and stuff like that. And we'll have our sultana, our wife, be riding on the camel while we walking through the desert. They'd be walking right next to us if we're in the marketplace. They wouldn't be walking 5-6 steps according to the European Arabs or whatever. Somebody must walk 5-6 steps behind me. Have you read Al Nisa 434, where it says that the husband's supposed to protect his wife? That's what it says in the Holy Quran of Mecca. In the Yusuf Ali, that's what I've read. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't love your wife like that, then why waste your time? Again, lies exposed. Then the man gonna out talk a woman like she don't have a say so in nothing. I see this in the culture of Zaire. This brother man gonna out talk his wife. He's gonna be a male chauvinist just like the slaveholder European from Zaire. Come on now, I witnessed this myself. And then he gonna go commit adultery and go sleep with many women as he desired, and his wife is just staying home and he's taking care of the children and stuff. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't just go on in Africa, but it goes on here in the USA. That male chauvinism did not start with the Asiatic Moorish American Muslims. It started with the Europeans. Because they didn't know how to treat their wife. They finally get pregnant. Oh man, he got another mouth to feed. They had European during the time of the cave times before the first Crusades. They didn't have no finances to be able to provide for a family. They treat their women like crap. This is the same thing that European men, so-called white men, do to their wife today. They treat their women like crap. Then they impose it upon the so-called Negro, black, and colored slaves, and then they treat them like crap too. So now this is a generation curse that's being passed down from the European slaveholder state of mind, the so-called white men, amongst the so-called black people. And then they got to go audacity to talk about our people are wicked, but we're inventors. We're the ones who lived in Seville in the Iberian Peninsula, which is modern day Spain. So who is lazy? The Moors are not lazy. We're far more advanced than Europeans. Any sport you can think of, we can do it. We got Wilt Chamberlain who scored most points in the NBA. Now, not even what's that one's name? The one who's a logo for the NBA. He didn't score no more points than Wilt Chamberlain. We got Patrick Ewing, Muggsy Bogues, Spud Webb, Dominique Wilkins, Jason Kidd, Allen Iverson. We got all these ones. We got people from Mexico who represent who in the NBA too. Those are our people too. Could dominate any European player, any walk of life, or any type of industry that we're tennis. We dominate tennis. Hockey. We dominate hockey. Baseball. We dominate baseball. We got Nomo from China. And he's part of our people too. One of the best pitchers. You know what I'm saying? We got baseball players who are far better than the Europeans. We got Michael Vick who does way better than what's his name? Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? We got LT who can outrun anybody. We got Bo Jackson. We got Mike Tyson. We got Muhammad Ali. Ain't none of them Europeans can see our people. Ain't none of them so-called white folks can see our people. And let's go to rap industry. This is Lies Exposed. Eminem is not the best rapper, yo. I'm going to be real with you. Let's just keep it real. The best rapper right now is Nas. Nas is a storyteller. He tells stories to uplift your children. Something that you want to listen to. We started thinking like the colonists. Noble Drew Ali started dropping in consciousness. Just that one line. But I'm here to tell y'all, every time these people of Satan, these children of Satan, see our people making it and better than them, they want to get jealous and they want to bring our people down. And how they do it? First and foremost, they took away our nationality. They called us Negro, which is the same thing as nigger, nigga. It means the same thing. I don't like using those words, but it's derogatory. It's it's definitely derogatory. It's definitely slander. It's definitely defamation of character. So I don't see what's so uplifting being black. I don't see what's so uplifting being a colored or Afro-American or African-American. I don't see what's so uplifting be about being Puerto Rican, which means rich, harbor, rich, poor, which means the same thing as dead, which just means the same thing as black. Black according to science means that it means the same thing. And all I need y'all to get through your thick heads, and do need y'all to do some homework and research and start studying for yourself to show yourself approved, which is in the book of Matthew 6:24. This is all the truth. This is all for the children. But when you call a so-called white person a honky, they want to get offended. But when we call ourselves, when the so-called Negro blacks and colors call ourselves nigga or nigger, means the same thing. That's supposed to be upliftment, endearment. So that means you're already being indoctrinated by the European slaveholder to call yourself that and call the next man that, and you're bringing him down, and you're bringing down his self-esteem because you're casting evil spells upon the same brother who is from a different mother, who is from the same bloodline as you, from Solomon, all the way moderated from ancient times of King Sultan Suleiman, modern day known as King Solomon, and slander and defamation of character, and you don't want to uplift your own brother, but you want to call him names. The same name that he calls you is the same the slave name that the slave master called you, and you accept it and you suck it up. The hog maws, the chimneys, you suck it up. The defecation of lobster and all that stuff and crab, yeah, it may taste good, but you sucked it up too, and you wonder why you're not thinking straight. You wonder why these children ain't thinking straight, because they don't have no good food to eat, to be able to process and get their neurons popping, to have a long longevity life and know how to treat people, because you are what you eat, you are what you think. I don't think nobody hear me out there, because I'm going to spit the truth. I'm going to tell lies what it is. These people in the Masonic order are already know that the so-called Negro blacks and colors are already Moorish American, because George Washington has already said that. He said it. I can't make it up. But I need y'all to understand that if we agree to remove the turbans and feathers off the Moor's head, remove the sandals from their feet, this is what he said. Not to allow anyone to tell the Moorish children who they truly are, but swear a death oath between the faithful and religiously, not to tell the Moorish children who they truly are, but swear a death oath. That the Moorish children are truly Negro blacks and color folks. This is what he said. It didn't come from no black slave. It didn't come from that. But I'm gonna go into the questionnaire. Question 27. Will you give brief in genealogy of life through which Jesus came? Some of the great fathers through which Jesus came are Abraham, Boaz by Ruth, Jesse, King David, Solomon, Hezekiah, and Joseph by Mary. It did not say that he is from Esau, because Esau and Jacob are twins. So he is not from that bloodline of Esau. So he's not a pale skin. I don't know where y'all Europeans, with y'all little personal demonstration, painting the image and saying that this is the Messiah, this is Jesus. No, that's your image of what you want Jesus to be, but it ain't the truth. So who's lying? Because he's not from Europe, you want him to be European. And as far as that image of Jesus being anorexic, I'm sorry, but carpenters are not anorexic, they're not thin. They're very well built. They're very strong. Physically. Stocky type. You see what I'm saying? Carrying a hammer and an axe. Building. So you mean to tell me that this image of Jesus ain't got no image, no muscles on him? He's anorexic? And they got to go audacity to go worship an idol, go put him on a cross? And that's not even him. That's somebody else. And my people will perish for a lack of knowledge. But the knowledge is already out there. It's been exposed, family, that Jesus is a descendant of ancient Moabites and Canaanites. He is not the seed of Esau. And he's not an Edomite. Edomites are homosexuals. Edomites are pale-skinned Europeans. 90% of your Europeans are straight bigots anyways. Let's call the facts what it is. You walk down the street, you smile at one of them, and they don't even smile at you back, they ignore you. They smile, then when they smile at you, they put a quick smiley face and they go back to a straight face. That's fakeness. That's not white, that's not purity. That's not innocent. You faking. And you don't even know who you are. You so quick to dictate to people what they should follow in the Bible and pick and play a game called hopscotch and pick what you choose, what you want people to read in the Bible. But the Bible also teaches us Matthew 6:24. It says you cannot serve two masters. You don't love one, hate the other. It also says in 2 Timothy verse 2, verse 15. It also says, study to show thyself approved. In the book of Galatians, it also says, you reap what you sow. For all those who have blessed my people, you will be blessed. The Europeans who are just. For all those who are Europeans who did my people wrong, you'll be cursed. And that's guaranteed, because what goes around comes around, family. For all those who persecuted my so-called Latino Chicano people, my so-called Samoan people, my so-called, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I stand corrected. My people of Samoa, my people of Tonga, my people of Hawaii, my people who are islanders, who are indigenous, and persecute them, they shall be blessed. Because you know why? You wronged them. You tortured them. You gave them smallpox, you gave them disease, and all of a sudden, now you want to say that you're more better than, you come in to help out humanity, but all you're doing is destroying humanity with manipulation. And you're the child of the devil, because I'm the child of Allah, and your father is not my father. Your father is of the devil, and the truth is not in you. This is so what I've read. All these scriptures are all connected, family, and you have no idea what you just got yourself into. You just created a war. You just decide to align with Satan and call yourself Jewish. And you are definitely rich. You are rich in promises, but poor in blessedness. But you are going to suffer a misery and death because you won't be able to rest. But you are paying the Hebrew Israelites greatly to tell them what they can say, so that way they can say it. And the Hebrew Israelites are no different than you are of Jewish people. Because guess what? You're paying them. And you're paying them royally. And you don't know what you got yourself into. You can't, the evil you cast out is when you cast out that same rod to catch fish, is the same rod you cast back, that same evil is going to be put back on you. So be careful what you cast out, what bait you cast out to catch something. Because you're going to catch something that you can't even get rid of, whether it be a disease or death. And this is not a threat or promise, this is a guarantee. Not only I've read the Bible, but I've read the Quran. I definitely say it's justice. That's what I say. And you have no idea who told you to step on. You don't know who you violated. You don't know who you demasculated with your social media and your LGBTQ, with your homosexuality, Sodom and Gomorrah demonstration, that us being paid off by the Jews in Hollywood. Yeah, I already know what time it is. I already know the game. So in order for you to become a Mason, Jewish brother, Jewish sister, whoever you may be, you have to swear an oath to the Masonic order, just like the Ku Klux Klan did. But you didn't know that, did you? You didn't know why? No. You didn't know that your brother man Morris life? No. The truth. But the truth is, you can't accept the truth because you're rich and you have everything handed to you by Satan. And guess what? You're going to reap what you sow. For you to keep my brothers and sisters locked up in jail and prison for a crime they did not commit, the Bible also teaches us in the Ten Commandments, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And that's what you're doing. You bear false witness against the chosen people who deserve not to be locked up, whose children who are in foster care, the same foster care system that you run, that you think you're all of that, then you don't think your children are going to be taken away. And you wonder why your synagogues is getting burned down. You wonder why your churches are getting burned down. Because guess what? Your group of people came into our community and burned our stuff down. Like burned down our Wall Street, burned down our towns, burned down our way of living, so that way we could live amongst ourselves. Because we didn't want to integrate with y'all anyways. But for the sake of peace, we decided to integrate with y'all. And look what it gave us: disaster, constant harassment. A lot of those police officers are Masons, and they changed in their Nazi uniform and the Ku Klux Klan uniform. A lot of them are homosexual. And a lot of them are your chief officers. And they don't want to allow all this stuff to go on. And guess what? They got the judges and prosecutors and everybody else in their back pocket. But all y'all judges out there who did corrupt, you shall reap what you sow. And this is the lies that you hide. And the truth has already been exposed. Your time is up. Because the dollar's about to crash. And you got to go back to Europe because you're not American. America is one who has copper skin. Who's Moorish. And as far as y'all Europeans on Flag Day want to disrespect the Moors and paint your face black and then put that red lipstick on and then mock us and walk around with a red fez on your head, you got justice. You will receive the reward from your Allah for your unjust deeds. Because right now, when love, truth, peace, freedom is violated, justice must then take its course. So, if anybody want me answer these questions, I'm gonna plead the fifth. Why? In the questionnaire, it says, why did Allah send Jesus to this earthland? To save the Israelites from the iron hand oppression of the pale-skinned nations of Europe who were governing that portion of Palestine at that time. I'm going to leave you with that. But you got to go audacity to come into my chat and be disrespectful. All y'all out there who don't say nothing, you guys are ear hustling and recording these shows. I already know what you're doing. I can see right through you. I can see right through your evil. You're going to try to shut me down, but it's not going to happen because the truth does not change or pass away. But for the sake of time, I'm going to go into the chat, see what's up with the peoples. Peoples who left something in the chat for me to Brother Kobe Wilborn says, hi. Heaven high to you too. Victor Perez, peace and blessings. Supper, what's up? The state of mind of the higher self, my brother. Ocean Girly, oh my gosh, she blew my stuff up 3 times. Palestine or Israel? I'm not gonna respond to that, but anyways, peace and blessings to Ocean Girly, peace and love to you. And we got Sebastian Larson. He says Israel. Okay, well, that's what you choose. But Israel's not a nation. Zidian says Palestine. Peace and blessings to you too. Peace and blessings to you, Sebastian, because people won't perish for a lack of knowledge. And last but not least, we got Logan says, are you happy? How do you keep finding the will to live? I find the will to live because Allah allowed me to live, Logan. Because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to reveal the truth because I've been lied to. I've been indoctrinated. Unlike some people of Israel who indoctrinate in part of this whole white power structure and part of the Masonic order, who believe that it's their way or no way at all. But I got a message for y'all on that demonstration, because you are not going to win with this war. You guys want to go back home to Europe, and Palestine belongs to the Palestinians, and Israel is not Israel. I'm going to leave it at that. I know the history. I know what happened. And I'm not going to go on and unfold on that because I refuse to, because I already know. The, I'm just going to say it like this. The people who say Jerusalem, which is not its true name because there's no J in Hebrew, that's number one. Israel is not its true name because it's something else. That's modern. And then plus the flag came out in 1945. The second thing is the 6-pointed star is the 6-pointed star of Moloch, not David. And the 6-pointed star represents evil, which as so above is so below. And on top of that, it represents something else I'm not going to say because I already know what it represents. So if you do not know what those signs and symbols mean, you should not be putting it up. My flag is older than the flag of Israel. My flag is a red flag with a 5-pointed green star in the center. The 5 points represent love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, which is the seal of Solomon. Or should I say Suleiman. Sultan Suleiman. That's his true name. The Hebrew language came from the Moors. It came from the ancient Moabites who are modern day Moors. Arabic and Aramaic came from the Moors. It did not come from the pale-skinned nations of Europe, who were governing that portion of Palestine at the time, and the pale-skinned nations who were governing the portion of the USA at this time. That's what it truly is. Let's tell it like it is. Either you're going to be with a positive energy or you're not. You're going to be with the negative energy and you're going to reap what you sow. The energy you put out is the energy you get back, and there's nothing that can save you. You can pray here, sit here and pray Yahweh all you want, but Yahweh is not listening to you. Yahweh has no mercy on you because you're practicing evil. Because you're synagogues of Satan. And I'm going to prove that reason why it's synagogues of Satan because Yeshua, or should I say Isa in the name Arabic, which is modern name English name for Jesus, he denounced Judaism. And that wasn't even a religion at the time. Because there's no J in Hebrew again, but there's a J and Y in Arabic. I know that for a fact. So why are you coming up with this false indoctrination in these churches, and you're funding, and the 501c3 is being funded by the Rothschild Rockefellers anyways. But it's also being funded by the Jewish community. It's also being funded by the Masons and the Eastern Stars. Y'all in the same club. That's the whole point. The Jewish community is in the same club as the Masons and Eastern Stars. It's the same club with the Ku Klux Klan. It's the same club with the Rothschild Rockefellers and 13 Family Bakers. All of y'all in the same club. Anybody who's not part of y'all in the same club, and including Hollywood and your celebrities who are evil, is the reason why we have all this corruption going on. Is the reason why you have all this pedophilia and all this what do you call that? This homosexuality, this lesbianism, and then you have all this zoology, bestiality. You guys approve of that. That's your culture. You can't deny that. You can't deny those charges because it's already been proven. Then it's a sad thing is the Europeans approve that Asiatic brothers should be wearing a woman's dress when the Bible tells us a man should not be wearing a woman's garments and a woman should not be wearing a man's garment, which is clothes, which is men clothes, women clothes. Come on now. But you promote this homosexuality so that way we can demasculate ourselves, so that way y'all cause a gentrification in the neighborhoods that exist, that are so-called ghettos or whatever, and then you guys want to raise the price of the land, that way you kick everybody out, and that way you Europeans move into our land. When the word land means more, but you can't demasculate all of us. You try to with your head agenda, but it's not working. You try to turn on our children to make a woman look like a dude, and a dude dressed like a woman so he can get turned out, so that way he can be a homosexual. Not to mention the preservatives and everything that you put in the food, which is estrogen and testosterone, that you put in the baby formula, the same thing. It's all poison. It's European poison. How else you want me to tell you? How else you want me to spit it out for you? It's the truth. accept it. If the truth hurts, wear it. And wear it till it stops hurting. Because guess what? All y'all rich folks, you're going to be doomed. You're going to reap what you sow. Because when we ask for help, we got to struggle on our own just to have a European Christmas. And that is not even our holiday. That's what you do to make more money, make billions and billions of dollars. And it's all got to be about the money, right? You got everything you need. What more do you need? All you are is a rich hoarder who serves the devil. That's all you do. You got your prized possessions, all your fancy cars, so when the dollar crashes, it's not going to be worth nothing. You won't even be able to sell your car for a nickel. And then one day you're going to see a $20 bill, and you're going to step right over it. That's going to be all rich folks. That's going to be the poor people too. Because guess what? You got them wrapped around your finger, and they're not even seeing what's going on. They're not even seeing the game. The grandmother don't want to be a grandmother no more because she want to go to the club and twerk and all stuff, acting like she's in her 20s. Father want to go be promiscuous and go have sex with underage women, underage men. The same thing that happened with people in Hollywood. You guys are nothing but extortioners. You guys are nothing but courtesans and thieves. You guys ain't nothing but pedophiles. And basically, you guys commit those orgies and stuff. So none of y'all, I can't follow y'all marriage because you guys got no playbook for me to follow. Nothing. Zero. But the truth is definitely the hero. I don't give a if, ands, or buts what you gotta say, because at the end of the day, I'm not promoting your music. I'm not promoting Usher no more. I'm not promoting none of their music no more. You know why? Because it's all evil and demonic. Talking about being promiscuous, girl. What is that? You telling these young children to go be promiscuous and go commit orgies. Like that's okay. Have multiple sex partners. When the Bible teaches us not to commit idolatry and they don't cannot commit adultery and commit fornication. But you uphold the 10 commandments, but it's okay for you rich folks to do it, but when the poor people do it, it's wrong for them. So you love the 10 commandments, but you force laws on everybody else, but it's okay for you to live a lavish lifestyle, but we can't live good either? So that's the sign of selfishness and evil. The false documentations that you put upon people through child protective services, between the police officers, the county, the sheriffs, and all y'all agents bear false witness against all these people, and guess what? They get their children taken away. And not knowing that they signed their children over to y'all, to the state, because now you their mama and daddy. That's where they have child protective services. That's where they have foster homes where the children get mistreated. Where the children should be disciplined with their true mother and father, you want to take them out of their own family gathering, and you want to put them with a more worse condition and peasant condition of how to live. But this is what you do. This is the sin that you practice daily. I can call out when I'm wrong, but you can't admit when you're wrong. You can't make your wrong. You can't correct your wrong and make it right. What do you have to offer for the people? Because you got big money. Your doctors indoctrinate people with all this falsehood about health, and they don't even tell you that in order for you to get rid of mucus, you need to stop drinking that cow's milk. You eating slave master food for breakfast. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage. Drinking cow's milk. That's their breakfast. That's not our breakfast. That's not that breakfast for the Asiatic, Moorish American Mountain, or the so-called Negro blacks and colors. That's dumbfounding the people so that way we don't educate ourselves. They dumbfounding and breaking down our immune system with immunization and false indoctrination of food to eat, so that way we don't defend ourselves in war and combat. But health is your wealth, family. But y'all don't see that, though. I see it, but y'all don't see it. But I'm just speaking a bunch of hoopla, but your brother man Morris Life is not talking about no truth. Because all you want to do is just skip the channel. I know many people be watching and be skipping. I ain't talking about nothing. No, he ain't talking about nothing. He a Moor. You ain't know he a black man. I know what y'all be saying. I know what y'all be thinking. Because I can tap into y'all psyche. I already know what's up. I'm on a higher self. The higher self is the mother of virtues and harmonies of life that breeds love, mercy, just, and right. The lower self breeds anything hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, self, and everything out harms. Because guess what? I can sense the negative energy. I can see the negative energy. I can see her right through the phone. I got my third eye, the Allah, within me that tells me these things. I can see it. I was born to be loved and hated. If I can accept that, I can accept life. If you cannot accept that, you cannot accept life. But if you can't accept that, you can accept life. The Moorish Muslims, our wills and ways, because we're L's and Bays. L-E-L, Bay, B-E-Y. Not L like the letter L or Bay, B-A-E. No, not that Bay. No, we're not talking about that. I'm talking to y'all regarding how to uplift yourself and stop being indoctrinated because you got all A's and, hey, I was an honor roll student. Now, what's that doing for me? Nothing. Honor roll student in high school. What's that doing for me now at the age I am right now? Nothing. Got a college degree. What's that doing for me now? Nothing. How is that going to save me from being violation of my human rights amongst the police, amongst the state patrol? How is that going to save me? Not. Bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD. How is that going to save me for the corruption of the pale skinned nations of Europe who are governing this side of the United States of America at this time with the United States Corporation? Explain that. Explain it. You can't explain it because you can't tell me nothing. Your George Washington turned his back on the Moors. And I don't like George Washington. He's a big time Mason. And he's a big time hater. He pulled teeth out of the slave's mouth just so he can have dentures. That's why you got the movie called The Dentist. A horror movie. I can see right through all of that, yo. Your brother man Morris I can see right through all that, but y'all not paying attention to the game because I see every time they put something in a movie, I'm paying attention. I'm already seeing that's connected to this and that's connected to that. That's what I'm doing. I'm playing connected dots. That's all I'm doing. And y'all can do all the hating y'all want. You hate on my channel all you want because I don't give a I don't care. I don't care. You know why? Because the thing is, I rest well at night because I'm being about my Father's works. So forget what y'all haters be saying. I don't care. If y'all got a problem with me, y'all can come see me. And I guarantee you, you're not going to live. Because guess what? Messing with me, you're going to be paralyzed. For real. On a gurney. Messing with me, your lifestyle going to be flatline, yo. And you're going to be dead on a gurney. On arrival. Messing with me, you will have your head cut off. For real. I'm not playing. I'm serious. I'm a Moorish warrior. For real, for real. And I don't play childish games with adults who got childlike minds. Because guess what? Messing with y'all is like trying to mess with a child in a sandbox. Or messing with a person who's still in kindergarten. You a grown man, but you still acting like a doggone kindergarten. You still acting like a little boy. Because you got your little so-called woman who calling you her boyfriend. Because you ain't man enough to admit to tell her to stop calling you a boy friend. But you ain't man enough to say, look, I'm a man. Don't call me no boy. And you women ain't no different because you don't allow him to call you his girlfriend. Oh, that's so cute. I'm his girlfriend. That ain't official. Why is he slandering and defamation character you and calling you a girl and you a grown woman and you function like a grown woman, but you think of like of a child who's not even innocent, who don't even do no thinking for themselves. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, if I can't save you, then no one can. But if I can get you to think, you can save yourself. But the Bible already tells us that a man who puts away who grows up, he must put away childish things. That is a childish thing. It's calling yourself a boyfriend. Man means mine. Also, it goes for a woman. So y'all can dismiss me with that boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. And don't be teaching that to no young people. They gonna think that's a real relationship. You gonna lie to them. They over here bawling their eyes out, crying because it was done wrong, and they thought this was a relationship for life. But they over here playing games. They're playing games worse than checkers and chess and Monopoly, and the game called Oh Sorry. That's what they're playing. A game called Sorry. And next you know, somebody want to go commit suicide because you harmed them, because you playing mind games with them, because you manipulating them. You know, got them under some Jezebel mind control. Y'all sisters out there got these brothers on mind control. Jezebelism. Y'all brothers out here who are straight gang banging, whatever he set you from, whatever you want to call yourself, you just straight King Herod. You over here manipulating them too. And you being promiscuous. You talking about how many women you slept with and all this other stuff. How many BIT Jezebels you slept with. And that's supposed to be something good, but all of a sudden you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baby mamas, but you're being promiscuous. And you got baby mama drama because you put the problem on yourself. You see what I'm saying? You ain't paying attention. You fixing suddenly. Because you ain't worried about your future happiness. Because that's what it says in Divine Instruction from Holy Prophet, chapter 22. Duty of a husband. Fix not suddenly. On thy present choice depends on future happiness. Take upon thyself a wife and obey the ordinance of Allah. Take upon thyself a wife and become a faithful member of society. Fix not suddenly. On thy present choice depends on future happiness. So how you gonna end up being with this so-called girlfriend and you looking like a doggone pedophile, yo? You a dude calling this woman a girl and you were looking like a damn pedophile. Excuse my language. Woman, you over here looking at this grown man and you call him your boyfriend and you look like a doggone pedophile. You know you get locked up for what you're saying? You know they're recording all the conversations you be saying, oh yeah, this is my boyfriend. This is my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? You looking like a pedophile, yo. There's laws that come with that, but I'm not going to explain it right now, though. Just because you're legal of age doesn't mean that you're legal legally. Just because it's so-called legal doesn't make it lawful. What makes it lawful is legal. But I'm not going to get into that part, though. But I just want y'all to know, y'all better watch what y'all say, what y'all put on social media. Because guess what? These agents are watching everything you do. They watch everything you do. They know where you're at on all the time. They got their GPS following you everywhere you go. You ever see that movie Enemy of the State with Will Smith? Enough said. So all the stuff that y'all doing, you think you sneaking and hiding and all this other stuff? Yo, you better watch yourself. For real, for real. Because guess what? This is a war you can't win. There's people out there who don't have social media accounts, and I understand why. That's real. You ain't ready for this life. I am. I know I am. So, y'all can sit here and think your brother man's crazy on what's going on. The executive order is being signed. The Jewish community, y'all going back to Europe. Y'all so-called white folks, majority of y'all going back to Europe. Native Americans and all of y'all, they need to proclaim your nationality. Negro, black, and colored who practice the Christian black codes, y'all need to definitely proclaim your nationality. For real. Because they captured everybody. And you're guilty until proven innocent. So don't think your so-called white privilege is going to protect you when you get captured by ICE. ICE is just not going after the so-called Latino, Chicano, Hispanic. They're going after everyone who has not proclaimed nationality. Hold on. I'm going to explain this short and brief to y'all. If you who are listening to this channel right now and you have a birth certificate, you have a birth certificate regardless of what state you're in, you are not for the republic. You have signed up with the democracy. The democracy serves no purpose for you. They own you. They can tell you what you can and cannot do. They can raise your property taxes. They can raise your mortgage or whatever just because they feel like it. And guess what? Your United States corporations are going bankrupt. And you're not ready. For all those who didn't proclaim nationality, for all those who filed the last census as black, American, Native American, or white, or Latino, whatever, we went after y'all. That's all I have to say about that. But y'all need to be really mindful of what's really going on. This executive order that Donald Trump has did, he's doing the right thing. Because everybody who got here and everybody who's a 14th Amendment citizen, either you're going to be held captive or you're going to be first to proclaim your nationality. I've already did it. It's done. I'm going to take a break. Show what's going on. You guys are not ready for the disaster. You're not ready for none of this. You think it's all about chasing money? Dollars gonna crash. You have no gold and silver to back up anything. You're not ready for this life. You're not ready to go back in the olden days where all the stores are gonna be closed down, all the clothing stores. And guess what? None of it, over 90% of the young ladies don't even know how to sew. But I guarantee 90% of them know how to twerk. They're not trained how to be wives. None of them. 97% are not trained how to be wives. And you wonder why we have a hard time in relationships. Because a man don't want to be a man wants to be a woman wants to be a man, carnal man, and what is that going to do for our generation? What is it going to do for our people? We can't reproduce ourselves. Don't you see that? I guess not. Because you don't care. Close this out. Islam. More Shemakah prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation by night and by day. His holy prophet, through our lead. Ameen. Islam. I just want y'all to know, whoever's hearing this message and they want their condition to be better, my email is in the description box. Holler at your brother, man, Morris Life. Peace and love. I pray that the ones who want to change, I pray that whatever it is that y'all are going through, I pray that you conquer in the name of peace, Islam, peace and love. I'm out.